Models Daily Vlog. Here we are on the, what is the date today? 21st of July 2016, and thank you for all the feedback on yesterday's one about riveting. As I said, it's one of those things, it's quite simple about doing it. A couple of questions that popped up which I'll answer now. Did I use a guide? Yes. Obviously you haven't watched the video. Go and watch the video because it shows me how I did it, the guide I used for the riveting detail and all the bits of it. What I had in the video as you saw it was the template of the one that I did on the other side, and it's basically a mirror for the bits I was doing. Obviously you got the big access panel on one side and not the other and the various things, but I was using the other one, so I was looking forward, and a couple of times if you watch the video you'll see me, I pull out the thing which I buried underneath a load of paperwork, but I've got the riveting guide for it, so I just pulled that out, went through the motions of picking out all the rivets. But thank you for the feedback on that. A couple of things came up about it, obviously about trying to get the camera angles. I did try with the GoPro last year. I don't know if you remember, I tried with the GoPro on my head for doing overall views, especially for airbrushing, stuff like that, and I also tried it on a chest mount as well. The trouble with it is that the footage is really shaky, and when you're doing something like riveting detail, if you've got any shaking, you're never going to see what I'm actually doing. Okay. The other thing is I do look a complete twit with a GoPro stuck to my head and one on my chest and all the rest of it for the other camera angles, as well as the overheads, because they've got the GoPro in the way and they can't see what they're doing either. So in some ways it's the best of both worlds, the way we do it. What I am going to do though, this camera I'm shooting you on now, in future I'm going to have it for a straightforward sort of 45 degrees coming in on the front, and then that way my head won't get in the way and you'll still see. Hindsight, great thing. If I was to do it again, obviously we'll do it that way, and in future we'll set up with that camera angle as well. Okay, so we'll be running 5 cameras for that now. Anyway, it should work and give you an overall opinion, but as I said on last night's show, it'd be nice to have a cameraman just floating around and doing it all like that. Gotta say, the barbecue, the members barbecue that we got down here, which is on the, I'm looking at the calendar here, the 30th of July. Fantastic response. We've got over 30 people coming to it now, so if you are thinking about it, if you're not, if you can't make it, please let us know ASAP. We are going to change it. Originally we called it a garden party because we weren't having a barbecue, but now we've got so many people coming, obviously feeding 30 odd people is going to be quite a catering ordeal, so we're going to flip back now to a barbecue again. So we'll supply all the food and all the bits and pieces. It's just that, you know, feeding 30 people, it's going to be easier doing it off of our big barbecue that we got than it will be trying to pull things out the oven and do it that way. But if you can't make it, or you want to come along, you're going to have to let us know before tomorrow. Tomorrow is going to be the closing date, because obviously then we've got to order the food, all the bits and pieces, and it's even down to things like where to sit, chairs, getting in tables and chairs and various bits and pieces like that. So if you can, that'd be absolutely fantastic. There we go, look, you can see that angle, but then your head floats in the way, and that's what we were talking about and everything else. So my plan for today, technically it's Thursday, which is kit review day. Unfortunately though, I'm still waiting for my Wonder chair to turn up, which you'd think with the price we paid for it, they might have actually got it out on a 48-hour courier. Should have been here yesterday, never turned up. I'll chase them up a bit later on today if it doesn't turn up. And also I have got a couple of tools that I've ordered, and I've got a kit that I've ordered, and they haven't shown up. If they come in today, I'll do them today, obviously, but if they don't, what I'm going to do is literally carry on with the 190, going to get it together somewhat, so that'll be good. We can do a lot of test fitting, making sure those resin parts all fit on the inside and all the bits and pieces like that. And then what I'm going to do is carry on doing your medals and the various bits. Did around about 20 last night, because obviously you have to write out all the customs labels for them and everything else as we're going through. I think I've got everybody's name and address. I need to double check before they get sent out. I've got my little list of everybody who entered. I've got it down there. I think everybody's in there. If you haven't sent me your address, then get in contact via me by the PM on the forum, and I'll just say if you have or haven't, and all the rest of it like that. So it's going to be a little bit of a busy morning. Coffee is still good through my little percolator. Thank you, Kristen. Still use it every single day, every morning. It's my ritual now. Get up, coffee machine goes on, and it stays warm. And you think I put that on at 7, came in the studio here at 7 this morning, and it's still warm from that first one. It's absolutely fantastic. So anyway, I'm going to get on, going to do the dry fitting work, test fitting, everything else on the 190, we get that done. I'm going to do some medals, and then this afternoon, hopefully the gear would have arrived, and we can do some reviews.
calling you over, my head on your shoulder.
Hello and welcome back to Flory Models. Not only is today a little bit cooler, thank God, it's actually raining outside. Bit weird, it's stopped and I think the sun's going to come out. It's still pretty warm in here, still sweating. It's still like a balmy 7 degrees out the back there. But it's definitely a little bit cooler in here. But I've got all the windows open and everything, and it's a little bit better. Now, today, to be honest, I am still waiting for various deliveries to come in. I've had one come in, but nothing that's exciting for our point of view. So what I've actually been doing is, as you just saw, doing the medal run, which to be honest is 172 to do, and I don't know how long it takes me to do each one. I have to watch that back, but it's time consuming because I've done, to be honest, give me a quick walk over here, I'll show you what we've been doing. We've done that many down in there, which were a box through, but obviously I'll move it slightly so you can't see people's addresses, but that is the Australian and the Pacific run. I'm just about to do the, you see, total dump around here, isn't it? It's terrible. But I'm just about to actually crack on with the US ones as well, so hopefully I'll get them out today. Anyway, down here, hopefully you can see, we've done a little bit. So we've put the wheel well section in. To be honest, that actually goes in really well. No problems at all with that. As I say, it's not going to be one of those things you're going to spend a lot of time looking at wheel wells, but I think actually, considering the state of the kit, is, let's face it, crap. It's so bland, so basic, and without the riveting looks truly awful. That bit of detail in there is probably the best in the entire kit, to be honest. But can you imagine the kit if they'd spent the extra, I don't know, say it cost you another 10 euros to have it fully riveted, how much better this kit would be? And, you know, hey, look, I could offer my riveting services. Pay me 10 euros and I'll rivet your model for you. No, trust me, you'd have to pay me more than that to go through that again. Anyway, that's down on there. It obviously needs all painting and sorting out, but generally, I was just going to show you it's in. I have literally, and this is probably still wet, installed the cockpit under here, and I know I'm at a funny angle, so you won't see too much of the light, but the resin cockpit is installed, and like all good cockpits, as you can see, you can't see much really at all. All that effort and work and everything that goes into these is pretty much useless, but my intention is these are going to hang, the straps are going to hang them on the outside just like that, but hopefully you can see in there. I must admit, I'm loving the white primer. Now, this is just literally white primer with the dark dirt wash on it, just to show you guys really the riveting, and so I could check it myself. But I love it. It looks really nice. I'm now tempted to do a winter camo version. Anyway, I've still got to obviously seam check and everything else. We're waiting for those to dry. But I wanted to get the cockpit in there, so that's in there, no problem at all, and fitted in. I am literally just about to turn the cameras on to show the installation of that going through, and I've got to put in obviously this front part. Then we can get in with all the other bits, because this guy, as I say, it gets a bit tricky now, is going to come in and it fits down in here somewhere, and then obviously this will fit on the front down in there, or it's going to come up through there, or whichever way it gets in there. I'm sure it'll fit in there somehow. Okay, it's all going to go in and we'll be absolutely fine. Don't forget, I haven't actually glued that. It's just a bit tacky hanging on the back for you guys are all like, how are you going to fit it? It should be fine. I can't see any problems with that. But generally, as you can see, we've installed the wing sections are in both now. They're all in, ready to go. So I'm hoping, between doing your medals over there and me doing this bit here, I should be in a situation to have all this finished and buttoned up together by tomorrow afternoon. Now, what's this mean? It means you're not going to get a review today because they're not here. It's 2 o'clock in the afternoon. I'm going to take you down to the post office. It's going to take me a lot longer to do those today, so there's not actually going to be a proper video part se. But tomorrow I will do a review. I have got bits and pieces for a review up there. I've got various resin sets, weapon sets. I've actually got the EDAR G5, well, 109 G5 up there as well, which we could also review. And I've got various kits in my stash, which I would never reviewed as well. So if nothing comes in, then we'll get on with those. But I'm still holding out for them all turning up today, because they're supposed to be coming in, but they just haven't arrived yet. So there we go. That's it for now. I'll catch you all in the main show. Okay, so as you can see, quite a busy day. Kit's never turned up, no deliveries for me whatsoever. Mel, loads of stuff. Me, nothing. Typical. Anyway, all your medals and your bits and pieces have all gone out for. I've got to remember where it is now. So it's all Australia, New Zealand I've done, Hong Kong's done, Japan is done, because obviously you got the guys in Japan. I'm just thinking who else has gone. Oh, I did South Africa. They've gone as well today. So that's all of those ones. There's about 30 of you guys in total. They've all gone. They've been sent today and they'll be winging their way to you today. Tomorrow I intend to do the entire of the Americas. So we're going to do South America, obviously Central America, you know, North America and Canada. We'll get those out of the way. And then maybe I'll do a run on Saturday as well to the post office where we'll get the European stuff out. And then lastly it'll be the UK, which I'll probably do on Monday as well. Because to be honest, it's taking me forever. I've only done around about 50 or 60 people's now. And that was the best part of all afternoon doing those. So yeah, it does take a little bit longer stuffing envelopes than you might feel. But you're all going to get, look, I can show you the full proper set here now because I have them all here. You're all going to get, if I can get the cameras lying all over me paperwork. You will all get the little thank you note. You're also going to get the Flory Girl sticker, the Flory Models one. A pack of medium skinnies, because that way you've got best of both worlds with those. And of course you will get one of the fantastic medals in the cases. Okay, so that's all going to be coming out to you in the next couple of weeks. If it doesn't turn up within a couple of weeks, give me a shout. I have ordered extras. To be honest, I did get 190 medals done just in case we had some go awry and all the rest of it. So we have got some spares because last year we lost a few and I had to go back and get some more made for us, which were a lot more expensive the second time round than it is doing them in bulk, as you can imagine. But anyway, they are winging their way to you, so you should get them within the next couple of weeks. They've all gone first class AML as well, so you know they're not going to hang around in the postal system too long. Now, me today, been down in here, quite exciting, so I've been pushing on. I've been recording this as we went down, so looking at the old overhead cam, as you can see, we've got the cockpit installed. Now, to be honest, when you watch this, which will probably be up on Monday, we did have a little bit of a fight getting it in there, purely because the spread with the mid instrument panel was too wide, so I shaved a little bit off of that, probably 1 millimeter off, and now we've actually got a situation where the actual gun deck and the top of the upper instrument panel fits perfectly and it's the correct spread. Okay, so that is down and in now with no problems at all. We've sanded off back here. To be honest, my riveting skills went a little bit awry around the corner, so I've sanded them off, and what we're going to do is come back in, re-rivet, re-prime and everything once it's all together. But as you can see, that is now together, and to be honest, considering, you know, we know Brezin's stuff isn't like the old airy stuff. Let's face it, we've all had the nightmare if you were working on things like Tomcats and Phantoms with an Aries cockpit in a Hasegawa 148 kit. Yeah, you remember thinning walls and that? No real problems, but I did find that the actual instrument panel just needed thinning, and it just allowed this to push together to the correct dimensions, because it is quite important, because obviously we've got the canopies going to go on, and if the spread's wrong, we're going to be a world of hurt. But mainly it is this upper gun deck of putting this shroud in here, okay, and making sure all this fits in here, of which it does amazingly. Okay, so that's in there, but to be honest, we're going to have it in the open position, obviously showing off all that great gun detail in there. But generally, I did this earlier just to show, and I'm going to do it again because it's really quite a nice thing to do. But once this all goes in, this fits in around about here, it's going to be fantastic. It's going to be really, really nice. If we can just get this to come in. See, did it earlier with no problems at all. Now it's going to mess me around a little bit. Okay, but generally it's going to come up and in. Come on, you did it earlier. I'll fiddle with it. I don't want to force my luck too much with it, but as I say, it does drop in there absolutely fine. And of course we've done this down here, and to be honest, again, the fit, I know we're saying this is a cheap kit, but the fit's really, really good. Like this back piece here goes in, and this is just touching it together, and we had no problem getting any of this in here. And even the fit with the resin bits and all the bits and pieces in there is pretty good. It goes in there very, very nicely, and as I say, by the time we come along and we get this engine, where are we? Probably do this a little bit better now, is going to be down in here with the exhaust hanging off the bottom. That alternator just needs to be shifted a little bit. It's going to be absolutely stunning. Sorry, get the camera angle in the right place. It's going to look absolutely great when this is all together. All right, so that's done. We've also we're still weathering it up here, the underside. I'm just waiting for the oils to dry off, and we're going to dry brush underneath here. So that is done as well. And as I say, we've got the wing sections done with the flaps, and when they're on, again, it's another very nice fit, no problem with these going in, I thought we was going to have a few little fit issues, to be honest, when we put these all together. But you can see, actually, this all goes together extremely well. Even though, let's face it, I've squashed it because of the riveting. You tend to like press it and it gets out of shape and all the rest of it. But really, we are running along, coming along very nicely. And when you look through the kit, you know, the instructions, it's like, and then you need to build the engine. Done that. Okay, need to do the gear. We've done that. You need to do this, that, and the other. We've done it all. So literally, it's just a case of now of bringing it all together. So as you say, we've got the engine mount in there now. This is then going to come along, going to fit just very nicely down in here, and we are really coming together really, really quickly. I'm hoping. If those kits don't turn up tomorrow and the bits and pieces, I'm going to do one review because I have got something to review. But if they don't, then what I'm going to do is just push on with this guy and do your medals and get those bits and pieces out, because we're doing really, really well on that. So anyway, that's about it for today. Tomorrow we're obviously going to have a look around the forum. We're going to look at flow. We're going to have a look at your great work and all the other bits. So join me again tomorrow for that one. So till tomorrow, everybody, happy modelling. Take care.